Public facing already proves that out. Everything public facing. There's been some great reporting in the Times and the Post about what Donald Trump was doing. He was spellbound. He was watching television. And when Kevin McCarthy reportedly talked to him, what he said to Kevin McCarthy is those people being the insurrectionists, care more than you do. Care more than you do. So he had chosen a side. He knew exactly what his side was doing. They were engaged in what has been described as medieval hand-to-hand combat with police officers, protecting the Capitol, protecting members of Congress, and protecting his own vice president. What does that look like fleshed out? What does that look like lined up with all of this document production the committee has called for, all of the interviews? And again, we don't know what the vice president's chief of staff said. We don't know what Kayleigh McEnany said. I mean, lots of people who know exactly what Donald Trump was up to that day have already spent lots of time with the 1-6 committee.
Listen, here, the prosecutor in me wants to lay this out like an opening statement.
Take your time.
We know Trump was watching TV. We know Trump was watching TV. He watched TV all day long for 4 years. He watched all the channels. We can go through and we can put the images at a specific time. And we can then fill in the text messages, the phone calls that were flooding the White House, saying, get him to call them off. Now, what was he watching on TV at those moments? He was watching windows being broken. He was watching police officers being stabbed with flagpoles. He was watching people hang from the balcony in the Senate. He was watching people carry around government property proudly like trophies in the Capitol. And frankly, he was watching a confrontation at the door of the House where someone was killed. This is what he was watching, and he liked it. He liked it. He thought this, what you're seeing right now, was terrific. Give me those facts, give me those timeline, and give me a jury. I'm just telling you, any responsible leader would want to end the violence, not provoke it. That's what he did that day, and that's what this committee is going to lay out, and that's where Merrick Garland is either going to rise to the occasion or go down in infamy as one of the worst attorney generals in this country's history.
Claire, I've never heard you put it that bluntly. I have to just follow up. I mean, what you described is more than a dereliction of duty, which is, I think, what Chairman Benny Thompson describes. It's sadistic to watch people maiming other people and be holding the singular power of making it stop because they were at your direction. In terms of a commander-in-chief, he was the commander-in-chief of the mob that day. It would appear not of the U.S. National Guard. What is the right sanction for that behavior?
Well, I think there's criminal liability here. I think he needs to be prosecuted and put behind bars for what he failed to do. He alone, that's why everyone was calling him. That's why Kevin McCarthy was calling him. That's why Lindsey Graham was trying to get a hold of him. And what the 1-6 committee is doing is they're going to show the public all of the people trying to get Donald Trump to do what any normal human being would do. Stop the madness. Stop the violence. Stop the destruction. Instead, he had to tape over and over and over again a message because he was refusing to say what he needed to say, which was go home. How many times did they tape him before he finally said go home? And it was 187 minutes later and somebody was dead? I mean, this is really simple stuff. It's not complicated. And this is why it's so frustrating to watch DOJ not do something more aggressive. Now, as I say, I hope they're doing it. We just don't know about it because that's the right way to do it. And if they come out with criminal charges against Donald Trump, I can't wait to come on your show and say I was really sorry to be so critical of Merrick Garland.
Luke, a quick last question. Is it